In case anyone is wondering why there was a sudden uptick in videos detailing what's happened to me and the corruption, if anyone that's Eleanor Carmody, Urca Stewart, who else have I emailed? The Attorney General, Paul Gallagher. All those letters, by the way, Paul, Ruth incited those. Who else? And the people that who this video is coming about: Norma Salmon, Eamon Bennett, and some others. Michael Hanaho. If in case anyone's wondering, and Garrett Charles Casey, why there's a sudden uptick in videos? It is because, if you can see the screenshot, I got an email from my storage unit telling me I was going to lose everything, all my possessions that the guards hadn't destroyed already. And considering I already won that case, and it was struck out in a 4E pre-arraignment dismissal, I won't even get into the fact that Ruth accidentally blurted that she was talking to the judges behind the scenes and such. So, there's a whole onion layer of corruption there, what I'll get to later. But I was to lose all my belongings on the 24th of this month, February 2023. And Ruth Cannon began taunting me in the background, meddling. I think Ruth Cannon thinks that no one will find out. However, the comments that Ruth Cannon has since deleted on the YouTube thing all stem from around the 24th. So Ruth Cannon deliberately instigated these videos about you all and your careers, or the careers you used to have or soon will used to have. As, you've all been, a good number of you have been helping, enabling, and covering for inveterate, liar, narcissist, abuser, barrister. And I've actually put up easy to find evidence of perjury. And you've all looked at your shoes. So this is the uptake. It's not that I made a conscious decision. It's just that somewhere at the beginning of this month, Ruth Cannon began taunting behind the scenes. I'm sure none of you know about it. Has created accounts to threaten me with, basically that she's created Twitter accounts to threaten to continue to defame and slander me if I don't delete the evidence that I have against her. This is some of the things that Ruth Cannon has done. She has harassed via email. She's spread lies about my family. She's tried to leverage some imaginary bond she has with my family, which doesn't exist, to sort of trade on my relative Andrew Madden's good name, to sort of leverage her position out of her fraud and narcissistic imbecile buffoonery, although criminal buffoonery. And this has all been in the last of February. Ruth has been doing this, really stepped it up around the 7th and 8th, I think, or maybe the 6th, culminating in Ruth taking to YouTube and publicly taunting me about losing all my belongings. And Ruth Cannon thinks that none of you, Eleanor Carmody, Andrew Bradley, Garrett Charles Casey, gangster fetishist Donald Quigley, none of you will find out that the Ruth was doing that, because Ruth has since deleted the comments. But this is the timeline, which is, Ruth goes on in her classes about timeline. Once you have the timeline. Well, we have the timeline. All the coming videos and the coming audio, the phone calls with Eleanor Carmody that are going to release, everything is because Ruth took publicly to YouTube and began taunting the loss of all my possessions. And thinks, because she's an arrogant, malignant, twisted woman of a narcissist, thinks that none of you will find out, in much the same way Ruth Cannon thought Michael Hanaho would never find out that she incited the LSRA complaint against him. And that's what's been happening. So, you're going to have some fun finding out the trouble and incitement and meddling that Ruth Cannon's caused over the last 2 years. I'm going to be dropping it slowly. Anyway, I hope that answers that question of why now for everybody, including especially for Eleanor Carmody and coming Norma Salmon.